Good morning. I am out here in the Eagle Cap wilderness of the Wallowas Mountains in the far reaches of northeast Oregon, catching some nice little brook trout. And I've had quite a few requests for a video on how to gut and clean a fish before cooking it. It's really simple, but I'm just gonna prop the phone up and I'll show you guys what I do. Fair warning, I am gutting a fish. If you're grossed out easily, yeah, it's a little gross. There will be guts. Just had to put that out there. But this is how it goes. Okay. Really simple here. You just need to make a slit down the belly, and then you need to remove the gills. So on a small fish like this, you can just cut the head off and get rid of that. On a bigger fish, there might be some good meat in there you'd be losing, so with a bigger fish you might opt to cut the gills out instead and leave the head. But with this little fish, I'm just gonna make a slit down the belly to open up the belly and then cut the head right off. A good rule of thumb, or rather rule of not cutting your thumb or any other part of your hand, is to cut away from where your fingers are. So keep your fingers up here while you cut there, or hold here and cut away, so if the knife slips, you're not going to hit your finger. Out here in the wilderness, you really don't want to cut yourself, especially. Hopefully you have a first aid kit, but yeah, something to be wary of. Then you can just scrape the guts out and give it a little rinse. You can cut fins off, cut the tail off, if you prefer. These trout have such delicate scales that you don't need to remove scales, in my opinion. And that's it. So, just gonna go give this a rinse, and it's done. All clean. You always want to rinse it after you take out the organs and everything, because there was probably some fish poo in there and so forth, but yeah, it's all ready to cook. That wasn't so bad, right? And that's how you gut a fish. Now, regarding what to do with your fish guts and leftovers of the fish, for me right now, I'm about 7 or 8 miles from the car. There's no garbage service here. It's a very rocky place where burying waste is even difficult, and I don't really want to hike back through bear and cougar country with a bunch of old raw fish heads and stuff in my backpack. So in this case, I am going to throw what's left of the fish back into the lake where it came from. That isn't always the best, most responsible thing, depending on where you are. So always good to maybe ask a park ranger or someone like that if you're not sure. Anyways, having said that, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. Leave me a comment if you have any advice for me. And yes, happy adventures. Take care.